So it's amazing to me how little work buyers want to do these days to a home. They really want it move-in ready, and we are seeing more and more that homes that are not move-in ready are sitting on the market an extra 30 to 90 days. Sellers are having to drop the prices anywhere from 10 to 20% below what we would think the home should sell for if it were properly updated. So in today's video, I'm going to tell you how I invested $15,000 in minor renovations on my mother's home, and we got an extra $75,000 over the price the real estate agent suggested it was listed for in its unrenovated state. So my mom's home was gorgeous. She had beautiful antiques. She had gorgeous red oriental rugs. She even had a beautiful blue rug. This has just these intricate designs on it. I mean, all extremely expensive rugs. Her artwork is gorgeous. She has the brass and gold fixtures that she really liked and was going to keep in that house, because why not have what you love when you live in a house? Now, when we go to put that home on the market, buyers are looking for something that is lighter and brighter and more modern. The brown and tan paint colors, the red rugs, the dark antiques, and the brass fixtures are just going to make it hard to get top dollar for the home. So what was the first thing we did? Most importantly, my mom was entirely moved out of that home. No furniture, no rugs, no paintings, so that we could properly prepare this home and have it ready for sale, and no buyer was going to have to imagine their furniture in the home. Then we looked at the cabinet style, the cabinet color, the countertops, the paint, the carpet, and just decided what is it that we can do to maximize the modern look of the home and not spend a ton of money. So the most important thing when modernizing the home is to take into account what is already there. So my mom had these beautiful dark wood kitchen cabinets. She had a light brown Corian countertop and a travertine backsplash. And this brown motif is really trending out of style, not in style. So what we did is we took the dark tan walls and we painted them white with just a touch of brown. What that did is it kept the room a little bit warm, so those kitchen cabinets blended and didn't stand out. We then took those brass light fixtures and changed them out for a dark black and a rubbed bronze, depending on the room. What this did is it took the dark color of the kitchen cabinets and brought that color across the room into the light fixtures. All of these light fixtures were super modern, and some of them even had a little touch of gold in it, just as a reminder of what was already there. One of the things that people overlook are the details. So when we repainted the house, we repainted all of the doors and the trim. You really want to make sure that if you're going to spend the money to repaint, that the place looks as fresh as possible. We also took the time to replace all of the hinges and doorknobs with a really cool matte black modern look. And it's so important that that white door has that really cool black contrast when you have other black features in the home. It again pulls that color across the room and ties the entire look together. Then we replaced the carpet, and in so many cases you really don't have to redo the flooring. And downstairs my mom had a gorgeous hardwood that we did not need to refinish, luckily. But upstairs, keeping that carpet was certainly a nice warm way. We spent a little bit of money updating the fixtures in the bathroom, light fixtures, some shower curtain rods, some shower actual heads in there to make them look a little bit more modern. We did not, however, go ahead and replace any vanities. We didn't remodel any of the bathrooms because we felt like it was not going to add substantial value to the house. And most importantly, we spent quite a bit of money, almost $2,000, refreshing the landscaping, pressure washing the outside of the house, getting some nice new plants put in. We even repainted the front door, a fresh doormat, a new plant outside the front door. We really want to make that curb appeal and that first impression as something where people go, wow, this is a fantastic home. One other thing I'd like to add that I feel is so important and easily overlooked is my mother had cream plugs, light switches, and plug plates everywhere in the house, which looked beautiful with the dark tan walls. However, once the house is painted that white color, leaving even the plugs that are cream and putting a white plug plate on top really does not show the buyer that you have paid attention to the details. So we replaced all the plugs and plug plates with white, and that fresh, clean, crisp look made such a huge difference in the photos. So we had a handyman complete all of these jobs, including the light fixtures. Obviously, we had carpet installers do the carpet, but this entire process took less than a week, and it was down to incredibly efficient planning on my part to make sure that the contractors were lined up in order. They were all communicated with. When one was done, the next was moving in, and the coordination of the project really made the time that that house was empty to the time that it was listed super short. And it's important to me, and part of getting the most money for the house is that it's not sitting vacant off the market for an extended period of time. So those project management skills, I think, are essential to getting the most money. First, moving out is the best way to allow a buyer to really envision themselves in the home, and it is the easiest way to quickly remodel and update a home. Second, look at what's trending in your current market for design and decor. Make sure that that home is hitting the key elements of a modern, light, bright home that is going to attract the most buyers. 3, pay attention to the details. Little things like plug plates, plugs, doorknobs, all of this is something that buyers may not notice if it's done right, but they will definitely notice when it's done wrong, and that will lead to a lower sale price. And lastly, plan ahead. Having excellent project management skills, coordinating all of these things in advance, making sure that all of the colors tie in together is so important. 90% of all buyers choose their home online first with the pictures. So making sure that those pictures and that home are shining online are the key to getting the best buyers in the house and getting the most money. So if your parent, or even you, is looking to move to a retirement community here in Mount Pleasant, please reach out. I would love to talk to you about how I can help with the process and how I can get you the most money for your home.